Hello everyone, thanks for joining this webinar. I'm here, this is Sonal Arora from Aventis. I'm here to provide you audit management module training and also talk about our new upgrades. Recently we have done for chartered accountants to use this product effectively, and these upgrades will save your time, and it will help you to use the product very easily. So let's proceed further. Hope you everybody can see my screen. This is the dashboard of our audit management module, and I have logged into the partners login who have full access of every masters, other masters, and everything. Partner with admin rights. So I have logged into that particular login ID. So if you have getting the first time registration or something, so we have already given you the partner access, where you have a full access and you can create the users and customers, everything. So I'll proceed from the basic thing, that is the customer creation. From the masters, we have gone to the customers. We have click on this customer, then we will click on to the add new customer, create the name, for example. Just for this training purpose, I'm adding a dummy ID. So if you have more than one product access, then you can select the multiple products here. So that same customer will be created in multiple products. You don't have to create one by one. So let's say I'll select all. Make sure you select the status active, else this customer will not be shown anywhere unless you have this status as an active. And you can choose also your permanent customer files if you have any, like for example your agreement with your customer, their PAN details or GST details or any details which is a permanent customer data files you want it to be recorded into the system as a depository. You can choose file from here and save it. So I'll showcase you later on where it will be visible. So now we have a customer. So we will move towards, proceed towards, there the customer is will be created like here. It is a TM Limited. So now we move towards another, that is a firm user, which is your auditor's team. We have a different types of roles here. So I'll show you. As you can see, there are the partners, managers, and executive. If you have selected a partner or a manager, only then assigned customer option will be visible to you. And if you have admin right, yes or no, if you want to give any partner or manager admin right, only then these master access will be provided, else there will be no master access. Means they are not able to create their auditors or they are not able to create their customers. If, for example, you have created any manager or partner, you want to assign them a particular customers only, that okay, this Mr. A has access of these particular customers and Mr. B has access of these particular 5 customers. So accordingly, you can assign, you can map the customers over here. For example, if I have created a new customer, DM Private Limited, so I have created, I'm assigning the DM Private Limited to this ID also. From which I have logged in, so I can showcase you how it works. Now we have a customer, we have a firm users. You can view your customer user mapping, which you have mapped it. It is the same way that you have mapped it. So right now you can see the DM Private Limited has been mapped to Sonal Arora. Again, we move towards another master, that is a business process master. So this is the change in the system. Business process master earlier was at a customer level, now at a firm level. We have, so you don't have to create the customer wise business areas, means the area of doing an audit. It will automatically create at a firm level if you upload the checklist and there will be any new business area in your checklist. You don't have to create manually. But yes, of course, if you want to edit any business process or business area, you can edit from here at business area. Click on the edit button and you can edit the name, whatever the name you want to edit it. But if you want to create any manually sub area you want to, then you can also create them manually from here. Department is non-mandatory. Once you have the business areas into the system, you have sub areas or sub processes. For example, under balance sheet review, we have already couple of business areas already into the system for the stat audits. So you can edit the name as per your discretion, or if you don't want to edit the name, you want to add some sub process, you can add also. Under this balance sheet review, you can add the additional sub process or sub area, whatever we can say. So hope you have everybody has received this document of Aventis module upgrades. I have just make you read out this through that whatever I have explained is the same thing, that earlier audit areas or business processes are created manually for each customer. Now the same needs not to be created annually, as the same gets created automatically post uploading the checklist. Additionally, the same can be updated at firm level instead of customer level. As I have told you that you don't have to update it at each customer, it will be updated at your firm level. In case you have to edit any process, business areas or sub areas, you can access from the masters instead of other masters. So from other master, it is moved to master. What I have shown to you here. Because in other master, whatever the utility is there, it is at the customer level, and whatever the master's utility, it is at the firm level. That's why it has been moved to masters instead of other masters. So let's proceed towards another master, that is an audit type master, which is a new master we have incorporated, and it is a very useful utility for CA firm. What it is meaning, I'll tell you. First thing, we have given a basic audit types already in this drop down, like stat audit, GST audit, bank audit, general audit type we have given. Still, if you want to create any another audit type by your own, you can click add new and audit type name, save it, and it will be visible in drop down. For example, new audit type. Just for your reference, I'm adding it. It will be visualized here. The new audit type. So whatever you will be created, and over here it is the template has been tagged. We have tagged multiple templates against stat audits. Like you can see, what is the template meaning? Template meaning it is a group of checklists where you can just create one time your multiple templates, like industry-wise template, manufacturing, automobile, IT industry, telecom industry. You have one-time industry templates, and whatever your company will receive, you can tag there later on. I will tell you how it works, and it is useful for you one by one. For example, we will go to from templates here also, and from masters we can go to template master also. So I'm going from here only. As you can see, currently we have in stat audits, automobile, manufacturing, and IT industry template. So if I want to add new template, like for example, telecom industry template, I can click on here, add new button, select an audit type, for example, stat audits. And there will be a sample formats here available, that is a stat audit, internal audit, tax audit, GST audit, and this is a blank format. So I've already opened one template, that is a stat audit template. So you can see we have reduced the columns. There are only 6 columns now instead of 20-30 columns. So we have reduced this checklist, and we have simplified this checklist for you, this format for you. Here you can see there are the only red columns. These ones are mandatory and blue columns are non-mandatory. So I'll go one by one. What is the meaning? You are aware about the business area name, that is audit planning, business balance sheet review, and whatever your business areas. And these are the sub areas. So under this area and sub area, whatever your audit step or a checklist is covered, it is written that. And if it is, so you can imagine that there's an audit checklist over there, audit methodology is there, and analysis to be performed, and customer data request. So what is the meaning of an audit methodology? This is the methodology, or we can say policy that needs to be followed for this particular checklist. If it is depend upon company wise or customer wise, or if you follow particular policies for this particular audit checklist as a CA firm, you can add the methodology and analysis to be performed, for this particular checklist, and these are the customer data request, means the dump data requirement from your auditees before starting the audit, that you can also do through system itself. For example, before doing any particular audit, you want to have a vouching of a particular bills or something, and you want a dump data or a file into the system, and you want that file through system itself from an auditee, so it is a possible. Or for example, here it is a trial balance you are required for a financial year or something. You can request for the data from system itself to particular auditee, and they can send it to you. And if you want it through Excel or your email, it is also processed. So these particularly checklist, audit methodology, analysis to be performed, what is the meaning? It is a guidance to your auditors, to your performers and reviewers who will be going to an audit. So accordingly, they will perform an audit for this particular checklist and record their observations. So this is the guidance for auditors. So now I'll just make you understand, please don't change this tab name. As you can see, there's a red color highlight is going on, that please don't change the tab name. Standard audit checklist, you can change the file name as per your convenience, but please don't change the tab name. Otherwise, the system will not accept this checklist. Second thing, for example, if you want to delete any row or you want to add any row, you can do it. And if you want to edit any particular, for example, name, for example, here I'll add like a plan, only for one row, just for reference. You can add it. It will automatically create it. This area will be automatically created. You don't have to create it manually. I'll just show you. Telecom template, and you can click choose file over here. So you can see the 115 audit steps has been already uploaded. So now if you have to view where I have uploaded, you can click on the view button, and this checklist has been uploaded, and later it can be downloaded for your reference at what you have uploaded. And if you have uploaded more than one file, it will be visible like this. On this particular date, I have uploaded this checklist on this particular. For example, if 115 audit steps you have uploaded and 10 additional steps you have to upload, so you don't have to choose another file. You just click add new rows in below this only and upload it, and system will automatically shows to you. For example, select this instead of this. New records to be checked. For example, I just upload this against this. Click on the add button, choose file, and this was the same checklist, so I'm uploading the same checklist. You can see checklist uploaded successfully, 1 audit step added, and 15 audit steps already exist. So it has not, it's avoid your duplication, but you don't have to change your file again and again. But still, there's for a reference purpose, both the files will be available to download. Check the difference. And if by mistake you have means it's wrong name, or you have added same name, you want to rename it, just click here and you can add it as a name, whatever you want to add it. So I have explained you this utility. This is a new utility for you, but it is a very useful utility. For example, stat audit, I have created this industry-wise template for once only, and whenever this industry's customers will come over, I just tag this template. I don't have to upload again and again. So I'll showcase you how it is visible. For example, in telecom template. So here you can see whatever you have added the process, it has been visible here, and whatever the additional, what was that other area? New records to be checked. Whatever the new checklist I have added there, it has been already uploaded. That I have uploaded later on. It will be visible. So if you want to add a particular checklist, you can add from here itself. If you want to upload any checklist from here itself, you can upload. Sample formats also visible here, the same sample formats. And if you want to delete any audit steps for later on, you can delete it also. And if you want to edit, you can edit also. So it's a very useful utility. I'll show you. I was going to audit type master. Then this page will be a landing page. Automatically audit types and templates that will be visible here. If there's no template, you can add the template from here itself. And if there's a template, you can view from here, edit template details. So now we'll proceed further that how to utilize this utility for a further process. Now you have an audit type and checklist, everything in the system. You have a customer. You have to create an entity under a customer. DM Limited, for example, our new customer, say Bangalore head office. If you have a very big group like Reliance, so you can create them entities, oil industry or something. You can only add your red color asterisk marks details. You don't have to. It's just a fill up form. It does not affect anywhere. It's just a fill up form. Make sure status is active, otherwise it will not be visible and you will not able to proceed further. So now I'll make you understand what is the meaning of process person responsible applicable. If, for example, if you have documented any observation into the system itself and you want it to be send it to audit through system itself, then make sure you have select yes over here in person responsible while creating an entity. Okay. So if I select yes, then audit flow will be active into the system, otherwise it will not be. But still it is a discretion of auditor whether they want to use the audit flow or not. But auditee's option will not be visible if they say no here. That's why. I have gone through other masters and entity and created. So once I have the entity into the system, then I'll move towards another important master, the standard audit checklist, where you earlier upload the checklist customer wise. I'll show you how it earlier works and what is the difference we have done for you. This manual will be uploaded after this webinar. Upgraded. See, if you can see this screen here under the standard audit checklist, import utility. Once you click on this particular download the sample format, click on the standard audit checklist, then the customers and their entities will be visible and then you upload customer wise. But now we have reduced this step. For example, DM Private Limited, whatever the new customers I have created, click and apply over there. So you can see under DM Private Limited, Bangalore head office automatically is visible. You don't have to go one by one, just select the audit type, for example, stat audit, statutory audit, and recently I have made which template? It's telecom template. So once you have a selection, then you have to just save button. But if you don't want to select a template, for example, you forgot to upload some particular checklist or something, you don't select it, you can upload the direct checklist here also. The same sample formats available here, you can upload the checklist through here also. But if you have a template, then it is very good. Just select the template. And click on the save button. So now your record has been updated. You can see it's showing in the light color. So now it has been uploaded. So you can create the schedule now, means audit schedule. So you don't have to go to the next window. You can create the schedule from the same window itself. So now you can see Under a stat audit 2021 already selected, you want to change the financial year, you can change the financial year 1920. You want to make it same 2021, you can make it same. Annually, it is by default selected. If you want to deselect particular process or sub processes, you can do that also. You can click on the start button, start it. Once you have everything in the system, save it. And once you save your record, but you have not assigned your audit, you can view or edit it. The icon will be changed into create into view schedule, and the financial year will be visible over here. So you can see I have deselected these two. I can also select once again and save it because I can edit the schedule. But if you have assigned it to your performers and reviewers, then it cannot be editable. Okay, so we have completed the scheduling. Now I'll move towards audit assignment. Here you can see there is a Bangalore head office stat audits and performer reviewer selection needs to be there. Whatever your performers and reviewers will be there. Review 2 is a second layer of review, means if your managers, it will be completely optional, but performer and reviewer, it is a mandatory thing. If you want to visualize that under this particular audit type, how many processes are covered, or if you have a different auditors so process wise, you can select from here also different performers for different processes. You can select. And if you don't want to select it manually, obviously there is an Excel option is there. You can download this Excel file, add the email IDs. This Excel file will be generated. You can add the, don't change these two columns of green color, add the email ID, whatever your performance email ID and this reviewer ID and upload it. So automatically your assignment will be done. Let's say now my process wise reviewers are or performers are not changed, it is same. So I'll select the same. For example, here Charu Arora and here Sonal Arora. So just save it. So make sure your performer and reviewer will be the different person. Maker and checker cannot be the same person. Yes. So we have saved this assignment. Now once you have logged into the Charu Arora, they can proceed further. But we have already logged into the Sonal Arora, so I can check you the reviewers login, how it is visible. So the same data will be visible for your performer as well. Under audit head summary, there's a performer review summary also because Sonal Arora is a audit manager or audit partner as well, and also reviewer also. So you can see under a DM Private Limited, there's an audit and start date is blank because it's an actual start date. So your performer who is a Charu Arora in this audit, we will document the date and they will be visible. So we now visualize that where the audit already started. Here you can see there the table over there that is a not done, total, submitted, team review, audited review, final review and closed. This explanation over here, it has been given in the manual. Once you go to the audit documentation, here you can see not done means the audit has not been initiated any work on the audit step, means your performer has not started any work. Here Charu in this section. And submitted means Charu has submitted, but Sonal has to review, means your reviewer has to or your manager has to review the audit. And team review means they have reviewed and they want to exchange some comments or they have rejected some observations. It will be under team review. And if your auditing person responsible workflow is activated at entity level while creating an entity, then audit review option will be visible to your reviewer, means your manager, and they can give the observations to auditee through system itself. And they can document their response as an auditee through system itself. And you have a full tracking. And if there's an additional layer which is completely optional, while audit assignment review 2, you have marked to someone, means your manager's manager, then you have an option as a reviewer to mark some observations to final review, means there's a third layer of review which it will be done, second layer of review, sorry, and once it is done, they will consider it as a closed. If you don't have selected a reviewer 2, then reviewer 1 itself can close the observation. Audit steps. So it is the meaning of that. So we will proceed to further, which has been already submitted by your performer. Observation under submitted. We are clicked into the count of submitted. Then this screen is visible. This is a reference under which audit you have logged into. This is the audit step you have uploaded to this particular checklist. That is an audit, and whatever the actual work done and observation they have documented. If you don't want to view the detail, you can completely select here and select the status team review, audit review closed, because there is no team review, there is no review 2, means the final review is not visible because review 2 is not there. But if you wanted to bring into team review, means you have rejecting this observation and asking your performer to please resubmit it. And if you are selecting as a closed, then it means you have closed this particular observation and you have not any comments. And if you want the auditees to respond through system itself to your observation, then you can select an audit review and they will get an alert. So I'll show you in detail also. This is an audit step, which is a reference. If you have an added methodology and analysis to be performed here, then it will be also visible. An actual testing of work done means your performer here, Charora, what she has done, whatever they have documented, and what are the working files they have uploaded. You can download by the click of here. If you want to delete any file and re-upload, you can do that also. And whatever the annexures or client data files they have uploaded. So we have bifurcated it because later on, if you want to download any working files in one section or one zip folder, and Excel files in one zip folder, client data files in one zip folder, so segregatedly for this particular audit, you can download it. And there's an observations. So here the concerned person has been added their title, detailed observation, brief observation, the background of observation, annexure title of observation. And if they have any annexures, this is a completely example. Please don't go with the wordings. This is just an example. And if they have any proof while uploading an image, they can have screenshot while auditing or something. They faced any error, they can add a screenshot and upload over here. If there's any link, you can upload over here. And these are the business implication or recommendations. If you want a management response or audit response to systems that you did, you can mention the timeline is the action plan of the timeline. Means when you want this observation needs to be rectified, or these to be action plan needs to be taken by an auditee, that this is the observation and you have to correct it and implement it. And if you want to give it to auditee, make sure you select the person responsible's name. Otherwise, it will otherwise how system will know that which auditee will get this observation. And observation rating, we have into the system 3 ratings hard coded: high, medium, low. You can choose whatever you want to. And if you have an observation categories into the masters, it will be visible. If you don't have into the masters, it will be blank over here. So once you have documented everything, your observations or something, you review as a reviewer. So same screen will be visible to performers and same screen will be visible to reviewer. Under review section, you can see the Charora has been submitted and they have added the comments over here, but they have not uploaded any files. That's why it's not visible. It is visible. So from earlier section of back screen, you can also select, but after checking details, if you want to add some remarks, add the files you want to upload it, select any status, you can select and submit. And the logs will also be captured. I will show you once where there's a little bit logs. Here you can say there's an audit review. There's a logs over here. And if you have closed, then everything will be in a disabled form. You can see here. Everything is in disabled form. So once we have documented everything in the system, they will be visible and it can be exported to Excel also. I will go back to the screen. There's also one customer data request, means if you wanted particular data from system itself for the auditees, you can ask for that also. That is a very beautiful utility into the system. For example, this is the document I have required. For example, if I say in ADT1, selection to my checklist like ADT1. Okay, which audit is there? No objection. See, under no objection certificate, you have a no objection certificate from previous auditor. You have required this, so you can see the same is visible over here under this particular audit step. You want this particular document and you have assigned Manish Sharma, and the reporting manager will be used only for escalation. So this concerned person will get request on the, and there will be a timeline this that you have to give us the document. If they give us the document, if we have not reviewed it, then I icon will be visualized here. If you have approved the document, then it will be a green color. If you have rejected the document, it will be red color. If they have rejected and they have resubmitted, it will be a amber color. I can check here the logs over here. For example, Charu Arora has been open, means given this particular document, they have submitted this particular document, and here download and view is visible. Once you can download or view it, so later on you can say the document is a corrupt file, please upload. Once again you have rejected it, they have attached a new file, resubmitted, but you have not reviewed yet, that's why it's pending at your level. Now you can download and view this and approve or reject your document through the system itself. Once it is a green color, we automatically under this particular audition, it will be put into the working file where we have seen working annexure and time data file. So this is the utility in the system. So once we have everything this documented and every observation is there, now we will move towards a report generation where there's an Excel can be generated. Once your all audit steps will be closed, there will be a green color status will be visualized here. You can click on the action button and you can generate your draft report. But if you, before generating a draft report as a senior partner, you want to edit any observation or you want to delete any observation, then you have to click on this draft observation listing button and you can view and edit over here itself. Whatever you want to edit, and if you want to delete any observation, click on the remove observation button. And if here also it can export it to Excel. If you want to export it to Excel for your reference and later on you want to delete the observation, you can do that also. But this button only visualize until unless you click on the generate button. Once you click on the generate final report button, then this button will automatically will get removed. You will not able to delete or edit any observations. So this is the report generation utility. And again, now we have third thing, that is the final audit. So you can see, you can means upload your final deliverables, means your balance sheet and P&L or something. And the same thing will be later on, it will be downloadable later on for your purpose. If you want to upload the new files, you can upload the new files also. It will be downloaded into a zip folder. And second thing, we are bringing one more utility, that is a past audit reports. For example, if your past data into the system, old data or old reports are already into the system, for example 13, 14, 18, 19, you can add your reports itself also. You just click on the add new button, select the company, for example DM Private Limited, what we have created in their unit, and for example you want to add their tax audit something reports into the system for 14, 15. Here is audit background, means your business areas or sub areas, just for a reference purpose you can give it to here. And ICDS I can say. Method, Bangalore, notes type text. You can upload any file. So just for my dummy purpose, I'm adding some working file. You can add your reports, whatever you want to add. You want to add more files, whatever the file, Excel, PDF, Word, whatever the file you want to upload, you can upload it also. I'll select over here. I'll get this record in 1415, and under view button you can visualize these two working files are there. Once your past audit report will be visualized here. So these has been, we have explained in this particular document, the business process and utility, audit types that I have explained, and under audit type there's a template where you upload the checklist. And once you upload the checklist, then you have an assignment here under the standard audit checklist that we have done. And once you have done that, you can create the audit schedule. And we have upgraded the sample audit checklist, means to avoid confusion, we have removed the 20 columns. We will make it to the only 6 columns. 3 are mandatory, 3 are non-mandatory. And this pass audit reports utility, which depository I have explained to you that for your past audit report you can do that. Hope everyone have this document. Still, if you don't have this document, you can contact our support on this particular numbers, and we'll get back to you. You can reach back to us if there's any details you are required for any particular issue, or there's any particular support is required. You can reach back to us on this particular number or this particular ID. These same also visualize in the system itself. Here there's a phone number and there's an ID. Everywhere it is there, you can just reach back to us. So we have covered all the new areas of the system, what we have upgraded in the last month, in the last month and last month. Everything we have covered in past few weeks, upgraded, covered in this webinar. So you have full glimpse at one place that what we have updated into the system. Still, if you have a confusion, if I have gone too fast, or if there's any confusion, you can reach back to us on this number or in this email ID. You can write it into us in detail. You will reach back to us. Just give your phone number and email ID on this email ID and your concern. What is the issue? We'll assign the concerned person to you, and they will reach back to us